Ooh, I'm excited for this one.
All right, guys, we back listening to Tom. This is one of the most liked songs of the
Yeah,
Dark Side of the
this
Moon.
was my favorite one on Dark
It's our
Side.
first time listening to the concert. I'm really excited to see the visuals they got for Tom.
Yeah. I'm
You know what
really
I
excited
mean?
for this one.
Because the album is already good. So
The live version of this.
going from the visuals from the last three
Yeah.
to this one, I really want to see how it transitions because it looked like the portal just opened up or it's open. So I want to see how Tom comes in.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I want to see how Tom comes in.
Here we go.
explodes.
Yo, what?
Yeah, bro.
Shit.
Yeah, bro.
Fuck.
Yeah, bro. Time might be my number one all time. That's my favorite song ever. Easy. Easily, bro. Bro, them lyrics are so deep. I told you this. If you cut my body open and lay me on the table, this is how I sound. I sound like this record right here. It's so funny because those first two verses is so it's beautiful and disparaging at the same time.
Yeah.
And it can have somebody sad for first, and then at the end, how he closed it out, he was like, "Nah, you good."
Yeah, comfort.
Boom. When it starts, when it says home, home again, I like to be here when I can. Oh my God, bro. Bro.
Sick.
I'm like, wow.
Sick. I understand they said this, bro. First of all, I don't know how long it was ago, probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago we listened to this song.
Yeah, bro.
And they said in the comments, bro, this shit ring out a little more as the time go by. There's shit I noticed in this whole that I never
Me
heard.
either, bro.
And that hoe said, okay, one thing, two things. The first part of it seems to me there are two sections of the song.
Mm-hmm.
There's the side that where it's in the thick of while you're in time, like while you're actively living life, it's very fast paced. You know, I wouldn't say it's fast paced in this case, but it's just moving. You know what I'm saying?
It's
And
the truth
then,
about time,
you know,
which
and
can feel which can feel disparaging if you didn't do nothing with it.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Because the second part of that, when they do all the singing, right, is the reflective aspect, and it's very slowed down, but it almost feels as if it's getting away from you just within the music by itself. Like if they said nothing, you could feel it almost like it was slipping away. And man, as soon as that man said it, I could see it right now. It's like you're trying to get that last little, piece of wisdom out. Thought I had something more to. And then that hoe went straight to breathe.
Bro. Yeah. And you notice, bro, the background singers got black on this
Oh
time.
my God. Cause it's the dark side.
Yeah, but they got black on this time, the deaf side. But then, bro, I'm telling you, that last bars, bro, that shit means something to me. The home, home again. I like to be here when I can.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you done lived the life. You done lived the life. You died. Now you back home. You back home as your true self. Says I like to be here when I can. What's so funny about that place? If you're not familiar with that space, you never there.
Exactly. It's achievable at any moment.
At any moment, not just at death.
Yeah.
At any moment. You know what I mean? The fact that he said I like to be here when I can,
Yeah.
I said, bro, this dude no.
Yeah.
This dude no.
Achievable. And I can always come to this space.
You do not have to die before you die.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That shit always there. It's always there, bro. Bro, I love how they go through the journey in the song, and then he like home, home again. Like I'm gonna keep going back to that. Cause you thought it was the end. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
bro. The first part of the shit was it's time. It's the truth. Cause the truth of time is disparaging anyways to the ego.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do. You could have been a president, billions of dollars, and it still wasn't enough for you. So it's disparaging depending on who the person it is and how the ego is set up.
Yes.
But I love how it's that split where they die and now he's home again. So that's like, oh shit, man, damn. I love how they made it death more comfortable. Even when they mention how, his body came in his cold and tired, now is wrapped and warm around the fire.
Mhm.
When you get to that
Mm.
place, that motherfucker feel good. You never want to leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's something about that place, like you never can leave. You know what I mean? It's not meant for the eye to stay there.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's hard to describe.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because you still gotta, while you're still human, let me say that, like while you still have a body, the place is always there. You're there always,
Mhm.
technically. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Spiritually, you're always there. I love
But
how they was able to paint that in a song.
mhm.
Who wrote that? Him or the
Pot
wife?
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because you know him and her.
This is Roger is it Roger Waters? Uh, this is the only song they credit all 4 members of the band.
Damn.
That's why it's like that.
Yeah.
That's why it's like that.
They was made to be Pink Floyd.
Concerted concern with all the niggas working together in a conjunction to make what a great piece. One of the ones that I didn't hear before. I heard it before, but I heard it today.
Mm.
It was like you run and run to catch the sun, but it's sinking.
It's sinking, yeah.
Man, and racing around to come up behind you again.
Yeah.
The sun is you in a
Took
relative
way,
way.
yeah, bro.
I said, God, but you're older, you're shorter of breath, and it's like, God, that like you
Closer
trying to
to
get that,
death.
you trying to get that hoe back, and that hoe,
Nah.
hey, you can't even get to it,
You can't
cause
outrun that bitch.
man,
You
it,
can't outdo that. You can't outdo that.
bro, you running and you out of breath, bro. You can't even. And now I'm so old now. Like my lungs don't even work the same way. I could probably recover like that.
Mhm. Doing too
Man,
much, man.
man, you killing yourself trying to
Doing
get that whole
doing too much,
back.
bro. You doing too much.
Midlife crisis. You
Doing
know
too
what I'm
much.
saying?
Trauma, worried about shit that you hey bro, the shit you it's cool, bro. Like the shit you didn't do, it's okay.
Yeah,
This is an experience.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's for the ego anyways.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? If it's not on some Pink Floyd shit like being a service to the many, but even still, it is what it is. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So you gotta learn to live with regrets. Word to Jay-Z. You know what I mean? You got
100%.
to. It don't matter how much you accomplish, it's still a lot of shit you didn't do. The man who was the billionaire tech guy,
Mm-hmm.
he never got that art painting that he always wanted to do. That was his first dream, to
Mm-hmm.
be an artist.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he really wanted to be. He really wanted to be Pink Floyd, but he didn't work on his music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Bro, something we.
So everybody can relate to that. It don't matter how good you think somebody doing,
Mm-hmm.
everybody can relate to that. We can't do everything. It's only so much you could get done
Bro, something.
in one round. You know what I mean?
Couple to get all them pieces. You know what I'm saying?
Take a couple to even as a brotherhood to become Pink Floyd. You know what I mean? Because you don't become Pink Floyd on the first time
Because
around.
man, come on now. Because that's the mastered version of it. You know what I'm
And then it's still
saying?
not perfect.
Yeah.
Word to Sid. You know what I
You know what
mean?
I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Been mad my whole time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what I think that version whoever he was before that was just a little bit further off than the rest of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in his shit it's like, okay, I got that last little piece right now. It's like the baby brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Um, bro, something today that we talked about in one of the meetings, bro.
mm.
It's crazy you said this shit. It's it was learning to live without closure.
Mm.
Like you're gonna experience a lot of situations where you don't have the answer right now,
Mm.
and that experience or that emotion is still going of unsurety.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not knowing where to go next is
Mm.
and it said this is the word. It said this is a iterative process.
Mm.
And iterative means that it's going to continue to happen.
Wow.
It's gonna happen over and over again. So you have to learn to live with the fact that when you thought you had something more to say, you ca you can't say it
Mhm.
now. You know what I'm saying? It's done. Like you said, learn to live with regrets. Learn to live with the fact that uh something's gonna go uncompleted.
Facts. You gotta be content, which is teachings by Buddha. You gotta learn contentment. That's the
Mm,
only way that you'll master suffering is about learning
exactly.
contentment. It's some things that will happen. Death is one of the things.
Mhm.
Time is one of the things. Aging is one of the things.
Mhm.
All of these are the things.
Sorrow, grief, all this. So it's got time to wrap up, man. So I think all in all, we're gonna leave y'all niggas with a message today. Learn to live with regrets, man.
Yeah. Keep going. Great song.
Time
Time.
carries on, man.